Happy Wednesday, but better yet, Merry Christmas, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery at JefferyTV.com, coming to you live on Memorex from an undisclosed location, default route, during what me and granddaughter call dark time. After having watched my Pittsburgh Steelers lose horrendously to the Kansas City Chiefs at home, after a nap and Chinese food and orange soda. Side note, I'm from Ohio, but I still call it soda. I don't call it pop. That don't even sound right. I call it soda, probably because of my time with them East Coast niggers that I did in Columbus, Ohio. Nevertheless, after, do we call it FaceTiming or video chat, family video chat with granddaughter and my daughter and the family, watching granddaughter get up and do Christmas, I was thinking, there's something to be said for video chat. Video chatting events, still laying in your bed, you get the experience of being there. You can interact. I can interact with granddaughter. She knows we're watching. You can see how she turned up and perform a little bit because she knows she watching. She'll, acknowledge us, grandfather. She'll say, Daddy. She knows. She can see everybody on it. She grew up with that, so she knows what that, I guess, virtual meeting. What do we call it now? Is it even virtual anymore? Back in the day when, I was thinking Messenger was AOL. I was doing this way back. I was messaging people and having very intimate conversations through Messenger, through like text message, not even text message, through chat, whatever you want to call it, before the mainstream, before people even thought that you could have deep, intimate conversations. A lot of people, back when I was doing it, they was like, oh, you got to be there. Oh, you got to see the person. Oh, you got to talk to them. You got to blah, blah, blah. No, years ago, I had it down to the point where you could tell by how long somebody took to respond. Little things, little cues that you could pick up from the conversation, other than just seeing the typed word. How long they took to respond. The words they used, how they said it. And to the point that, like I said, I was communicating with people I was in a relationship with back then for like years before I even met them. And it was like really deep. You get a feel and a feeling, and the feelings were real. You wake up and you see that hay in the morning from, serotonin, adrenaline, dopamine kicks in. It's just like being there. So as far as the, doing video chat or virtual meeting, whatever you want to call it, group chats or whatever, they have been feeling, I don't want to say just as real as being there, but sufficiently enough. Sufficiently enough to where, I can get what I need to get out of it without being there. So I'm laying in the bed like, oh, this is nice. My daughter, though, was having the time keeping the camera going because it's on her phone and whatnot. So a lot of times we looking at an empty frame or just the couch and stuff, but the banter and back and forth was still there. So and I recorded it. So, it's cool. I mean, whew, look how much money I save in travel time. Travel time and airfare and expense and all that. But no, there's nothing like being there. You got to be there to build like a foundation or a basis, if you want to call it whatever. And then from the rest, you could probably attend or get what you need from just video chats. But yeah, it was cool. So I did that. So the first thing I did, I woke up, went through that. Then the game came on. I was like, okay, I gotta go. It was like, soon as Pittsburgh got the ball, I think we fumbled or something. As soon as we got the damn ball, I was like, oh, I gotta go. Pittsburgh played terribly. That kind of put me in a mood. I watched it to halftime. I think it was 13-7 at halftime. Pittsburgh was still kind of in it. But you could see the way it was going, that Kansas City's they're just a team. Kansas City is just a team. They could just beat you with their regular stuff. I mean, nothing spectacular, just playing football. My God. Like I said, the dink and dunk passes, getting 4 or 5 yards of play, and just going down, matriculating the ball down the field. Use up a lot of clock, and they're like unstoppable. That Andy Reid offense has always been so much more sophisticated than Pittsburgh. And I've said this for years. I've been saying this for years, that Pittsburgh's whole scheme may be prehistoric and outdated and too routine, too mundane, too simple, not sophisticated enough, not complex enough, not strategic enough on both sides of the football. And we got a quarterback this year, Russell Wilson, and we got George Pickens started playing, and some things came together. So, and then we had a weaker schedule in the early part of the season, that allow us to look like a football team that should be able to compete. And in the second half of our schedule of the season, we started playing some real teams. And it became evident, okay. And then not only that, a lot of our stuff is on tape now. And what on tape means is that other teams can study what we're doing. So when they come into the game, they got a lot of tape on us. They say, oh, Pittsburgh does this. Oh, when they line up like that, they do this. And again, if your offense and defensive schemes aren't that sophisticated or strategic and simple, they can be called out. And it's been said more than once that, even back when Ben was there, that the defense would call out our plays when they come to the line of scrimmage, because, it wasn't much to them. They were trying to play that old Pittsburgh Steeler, run you over. We know what you're going to do. We're just going to run you over. But with parity in the league nowadays, everybody got a Mean Joe Green on their team. When Pittsburgh got Mean Joe Green, he was an anomaly. It wasn't nothing that big, aggressive, agile, and capable in the league. He changed it. He changed the league, not only for Pittsburgh, for everybody. That's when they made, I'm not sure, but I can say, that's when they started going to recruit from those black schools or southern schools or wherever he came from, Mississippi State or something. And these type of players were allowed in the league. It changed the game. Because now you got, and then now, you got, Mean Joe Green was like huge and big for his time. And now, you got running backs the size that he was. You got running backs bigger than what Mean Joe Green was. And defensive linemen, 6'5", 6'8", or whatever. They can run and agile. So all that changed. So now you got to get that sophisticated kind of stuff. You got to have your big boys, but you got to outsmart people. And every time I see that damn Kansas City offense, I just think it's so beautiful. I just think it's so beautiful, sophisticated. And every time they come to the line, I see Mahomes come to the line. What they got? It's like, we can't stop them. It's like this team can't be stopped. It cannot be stopped. And I'm also thinking, like, end of the game, if you down one score, if you up by only one score, and you give Mahomes the ball back, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. I don't think there's a defense that can stop them when they really, really need to score. It's just so beautiful and sophisticated. Now, the greatest show on turf, that may have been, I don't know, I'm guessing, I'm not sure, that may have been a more athletic thing, something that we weren't used to seeing. Offenses that wide open. And they had a hell of a season, and then maybe when they got on tape, when the greatest show on turf got on tape, people got to figure it out, and were able to construct defenses to combat it. But they were beautiful too. Tom Brady and them. Just beautiful offenses that seemed unstoppable.
Wait.
Woo, that was pretty good. I got a good walk in. Hey, everybody wants to be on Jeffery TV. I got a good walk in. And so after all the football game and I ate, took a nap, probably got 3-4 hours of sleep. Slept pretty good. And got up, got to go get these steps. I was 219.4. 219.4 when I left for this walk. And if I can get back here and drop 1.8 and get back at 217.6 and don't act up tonight, I might do okay. I just might do okay, considering. But then I gotta be good the next 2 days. I'm working. You know, I'll get my steps and I'll get that in. And it's easier to be disciplined during that time. But I still gotta watch out because I got 2 more days, 2 more off days coming. And then another off day next week. I was telling, gas, look at that gas, under $3, under $4. What the hell is that about? Gas under $4 out here. I thought I saw that. I was off in the middle of San Bernardino someplace. Google had me go a certain route to get to the Chinese food place. And I saw premium gas at $3.99. It's like, what the hell? I think I paid $4.39 in the Valley 2 days ago. Maybe gas just dropped in the area. But, so I'm out here now, and my sister was saying, she a teacher. So she been off for like 2 weeks or something like that. And I was like, I couldn't do it. I've told my boss many a time, that's too many days off. I remember back in the day when my schedule was real flexy. I was like, that's too many days off. I gotta get myself together. I mean, I'm together, but I gotta take it to another level of what I would consider a higher level in time management, execution of projects and things I want to get done. My off-work regimen to actually do stuff. Remember yesterday when I went out, how exciting and happy I was, how good it felt to be out among people and just to be out. Maybe it was because it was a festive time, Christmas Eve or whatever. But it felt good just to be out. You're around people who were, you know, kind of into it. As you see now, ain't nobody out here. I'm walking on dark time and see, I usually on the week, on like off days, I usually go the other direction. But that direction is a little bit more sketchy because of it's more unincorporated. And you definitely see some characters when you walk down that way. But since it's dark time, I didn't want to have to be on guard for whatever. So I went the way it is more incorporated and more lights. You see, I only see 2 people out here so far. Remember when I used to stay in St. Louis back in the South Side, my father's old house. We stay there and sit on the porch at night in that desolate, almost deserted neighborhood. Well, no, St. Louis wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but there was a lot of abandoned houses, and it's always so dark. The street light was like, the trees that grown around the street light, so it was always so dark, and in the wintertime it'd be cold. And it's just so quiet and felt dead. Then you see somebody walking up the street. You see somebody walking up the middle of the street in the midst of nothing. I used to call them the zombies. Just walking around in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere. I ain't trying to be involved in that on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. I do love Christmas. I feel spirited. I do feel Christmassy. I do feel spirited. And, you know, spending time with family is always fun. Me and my sister continue to watch. She saw Aliens before, and she was cool with, we started watching Aliens stuff, and she was cool with watching where I left off at Aliens. So we watched Prometheus, I think, or Resurrection, one of those we watched. I forget. The fourth one, whatever the fourth one was, or the fifth one, I forget. But, and she said she liked the second one the best. I was like, the first, it gotta be the first one, because they got cheesier and cheesier. And admittedly, the first one you barely saw the monster. The one we watched yesterday, you see it damn near too much. They had like 2 of them in the thing. They started fighting each other. The blood, you know, we had a conversation about how come the blood ain't melting everything. When she shoot one and they killed it, and then they were just standing around talking about it. Shouldn't this blood been melting through the ship and all that? You know, there's some inconsistencies. Because that was when Ripley, that must have been Resurrection, when they resurrected Ripley. And they got a monster out of her. They took her DNA and got a monster out of her. And they had this whole ship was a research scientific experiment to rebuild it. And, oh, it'd be the greatest thing in life. We can get all the secrets. And, we can end cancer, you know. We can learn how it develops, how it grows or whatever. It's metabolism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that was the push to have, you know, to maintain these aliens, to keep them alive, to keep the project going. Up here is where I usually turn and walk up the side street. I might stay on the beaten path. I might stay on the beaten path and continue to walk, which I believe is west, and not turn, no, east, I'm walking east, and not turn north. Not that it gets dicey back there, but it's super unincorporated. Gotta walk under a bridge. My sister got me thinking about coyotes. I tell you, that girl, I'd be like, how do you be thinking of this stuff? Like I said, you might be right. You might be right about a lot of this stuff. I should wash out for it, wash my hands, cross-contamination. Don't you reuse that. Don't do this. Take a stick with you, might be coyotes. I said, you might be right about all that. But I'm glad I don't think that way. I'm glad I don't think that way. In fact, I should stop and see how many steps I got. So usually I walk up that way. And even if I walk straight, you can see how dark it is up there. Once you get here, what happens to life? So look back that way. Oh, it's not that lit up, I guess. I guess I have to stop this and then check to see where I'm at. Start it over again. Because I ain't finished talking, I don't think. And I don't want to pause it, then restart it, and then have it not be recording. Yeah, I only had like 4,700 steps. So I probably should walk another 10, 20 minutes like that. But I'm going straight. I ain't going up that creepy crawl. Staying on the beaten path. Only have 4,700 steps. So probably want to do at least another 10 minutes. Get to 5,700. Probably should do more. I'm just going to keep walking as long as I feel good. See how it is here? Where it's like, oh, see, I saw that bush. I see my sister got me thinking about coyotes and stuff out here now. What the hell is that about? I saw that bush. I thought it was a coyote or a dog or something. See how dark it is here? Can you tell how dark it is? That's how dark it is. Out here, walking. Probably walk another 10, 20 minutes this way. I could walk back and kept walking back and walk past, but I like to walk as far and turn back one time, because I could walk back and then turn around and walk back and retrace my steps. But that seems like cheating. I like to get mine out here. Christmas Day, it's quiet, not too many people out here. Hell, nobody out here. Not even any homeless, what the hell? But I bet you if I went down the other way, there'd be people, they'd be out there. They would be out there. Ah! Look at it, it's kind of invigorating or stimulating to be out. Just a big empty lot. Nobody out here, pretty much but me. But I see a few cars, a little bit of activity to let me know I'm not totally alone. But to have the space to myself, I don't even know what this is. Back in time, antique mall, home decor. That's pretty big, whatever it is. I got a huge parking lot. Smart and Final. Let's keep walking. Maybe I could start walking this way. Maybe my default route will change. What do you think? Change my default route? That could be done. Change my default route to keep walking up Redlands Boulevard. What I would do is I would set I think that's Kmart. Kmart used to be there. I see that blue light. It reminded me, Kmart used to be there. No, that's Lowe's. Take that back. I forget. Yeah, I forget. It was somewhere. It was a Kmart out here, and it was so cool I forget wherever I was, to see a Kmart building. They still had the sign, the big marquee on the building. I stopped and took pictures of that. I forget where I was. Thought that was cool. Now I'm thinking, how would I find that picture? How would I search my hundreds of thousands of pictures to find that picture? I wonder how I'd have to use. That's why I wanted to get a AI-based photo library that would scan pictures, and, print stuff from them. Pull information, metadata, tag metadata, picture data from the picture, and so on and so forth. To just, scan the picture and put data on the picture to help put a description on it, maybe sort through it and all that. Looking for a good one, I'd even pay for it, And I'm not so much worried about having my pictures, that information go online, or how much access I give the AI, because it has to be done online. It can't be self-contained. So that means you have to give an external source access to your pictures, like AI Enhance. I got an AI photo enhancer. It's damn good too, but it has to send it. I believe it actually sends a copy of the picture to the computer mechanism or AI thing that's actually doing the processing. And that's the privacy concerns behind that. Pep Boys, everything's closed. It's 5:30, it's not even 6 o'clock. Everything's closed. Like it's midnight or something. You know what? Walking up this way, it's kind of cool. I might have to change my default route and stay on the beaten path and make it all the way up to this main street here. Might be Alabama, I'm not sure. See what time? 5:38. So only walked 6 minutes. So that means I should have about 5,300. I should have over 5,000 steps, which if I turn around should get me 10,000. And by the time I get to the light, I'll check my steps there and see. Yeah, I might change it up and walk, this way. Lightweight church. Churches be in mall strips, business strips. Get in where you fit in. Nick's Burgers. I think we tried Nick's. We settled on Bravo Burger. It's closer to the house, number one. And we think they did a better job. Plus they got a chicken plate. It's just pretty good. 7-Eleven open. 7-Eleven is open. Big Five, I forgot. It was even Big Five was still in business. Somebody asked me where's the Big Five at. We was downtown or someplace. Look at McDonald's. McDonald's doing business on freaking Christmas Day. McDonald's doing business on Christmas Day. McDonald's doing big business on Christmas Day. Damn, look at the line at McDonald's. Damn. McDonald's drive-through, whoa. McDonald's drive-thru on Christmas Day. I guess people gotta eat. Yep, this is Alabama. This is what I thought. And it's 5:40, so I walked 8 minutes. So I should have 5,600 steps. I think it's, cause see what happens is, I don't want to cross another main street. That's what it is. I don't want to have to cross the main street and wait for the light coming back. Whoa! Look at how many people at McDonald's. McDonald's is the only thing open. Wow. Y'all see that? How many people at McDonald's? Go ahead, McDonald's. 7-Eleven and McDonald's, the only thing open. All right, let's have some fun. Let's see if we can pause it and check our steps and see what happened. All right, I did it. Was it still recording when I was doing it? Was it recording while I was doing it? I don't know what it was doing. But anyway, I did it. 5,700 steps. I can turn back now. I think I like this, 5,700 steps. Walking to Alabama instead of going up Nevada. I like it. But I'm still tripping on how many people are at McDonald's. Still tripping on how many people at McDonald's. My God. McDonald's is like booming. Booming business. Christmas Day. Getting it out there. Go ahead, McDonald's. That means somebody working on Christmas Day. They get money. Oh my God, they getting that money. People gonna fly out and get something to eat. I hear a train. Hear it? When is the Metro Rail running? Yeah, I guess it's the Metro Rail. Metro Rail run on Christmas Day? Nick's Burgers here. You might as well don't even go in that line, buddy. Ain't nothing working there for you. He parked in the parking lot. What he doing? What he up to? He gonna park at Nick's Burgers. Unless that's Nick. Is that Nick? Going to work? Gonna go in there and make a burger? Or is that somebody just found a place to park to do whatever they doing? Left his lights on though. Cut your lights off if you're doing dirt. That way we can't tell somebody in your car. Cut your lights on if you're doing dirt. Cut your lights off so you don't be so. It look like they might just be checking their GPS or something. Ooh, look at that picture, huh, with the light. So, should get back home with about 10,000, probably about 10,000, depending on how many steps I took today. See that 5,700, I gotta forget that, a lot of those steps was from me walking around since midnight last night. So I might get back there and barely have 10,000 and not have like 11,400. I might not have twice 5,700 because all the steps that I might have taken before I started this walk, I should have checked that. I never do. I never do because I know I walk a certain amount every day. Every time I have a routine down that'll at least get me 10,000. It should at least get me 10,000. If I walk my normal default route here, I don't have to check because the steps is pretty much set. But it feels good. It feels good to be out. It feels good to be in the air. It feels good to be invigorated by it, get back, take a shower, get ready for work tomorrow. Probably set up my computer. Just, to get ahead of the game, cool down, just kind of mentally, take it easy and drift. No rush, leisurely, go through things, get things set up, do chores like, I still gotta fold up my clothes from the laundry, do that, and get my clothes ready for tomorrow. Get ready for those 2 days, which, as we don't talk about, should not be all that strenuous of a day. I work for a law firm. These are prestigious people, partners. who, they make thousands of dollars an hour, or they can bill thousands of dollars an hour. These people, the associates and stuff, people trying to make partner. See, I don't know how it works, but here's how I think. The associates trying to make partner, do a lot of work because they're still trying to bust their ass to make partner. So they may be doing a lot of work, whereas the partner can say, hey, you know what? I'm taking this time off. Because partners put in work. They put in serious work, but they can, they have that power or that leeway to where they can say, I'm taking 2 weeks off in January. That's why the whole goal is to make partner. So it should be, we don't say it's going to be quiet or light. We just actually don't speak on it. But we'll see how these next 2 days go. I bought enough of my electronic equipment where I can do some stuff here. And plus, the way I got things networked, I can definitely do stuff. The way I travel, my data, access to data, et cetera, et cetera. I can do some heavy lifting if I need to, very easily. I love the empire. I love my infrastructure. I love the Jeffery TV infrastructure. I love the Jeffery TV infrastructure. You know what? It's so dark out here. I'm a shorten the stick. Make it very easy to carry. Make it very easy to carry. Now it's like right by my face. So here's how close I'm carrying it. But so it's easier just to carry this way because it's not extended. And I'm just like holding it up, this way. But this is way too close. At least I think it is. Is it? Let me see. Is it way too close? If I was to walk and talk like this. Yeah, this is Jeffery TV. Is it too close? Because the show is easy to carry like this, I'm gonna tell you now. It's a lot easier, especially if I was holding like this maybe. It's a lot easier on my hand and everything. But I'm good. I like to have that angle, even though the video is not the main component of this, it's the audio. I do want to at least, make that shot get as much information in that shot as I can, since I'm shooting it, without expending too much resource or energy in getting that shot. It's good to get balance. Woo! I'm just thinking too, maybe I just love being out here by myself talking. Maybe I just love this time with me recording in my camera out here on the streets, and on the street in public definitely is a factor or a component that factors in all this. Just being out and being stimulated by the outside environment and be able to talk and express what I'm thinking and what I'm stimulated by being out here and being in it. And then also I think about how I would feel if I was just laying around. And that opportunity cost right there is a killer. That opportunity cost right there is the part that really hurts. When I lay around too much, I can't stand that feeling. And I haven't had it in a while. To a point where it just hurt. Where I've laid around so much that where it hurt. The inactivity. But since I've been I went from I think February to November, getting my 10,000 steps every day. Then I got sick and I couldn't get steps for 2 days. Then I got them for a couple of days. The next day, and went Sunday or whatever, I was just like, nope, I can't do it. Because there was a run there where I went like, what, 10 months? 9, 10 months, getting my 10,000 steps, at least 10,000 a day. I think I averaged 14,000 during that time. You know, we averaged it all out. I averaged 14,000 steps for like 9 months. And it comes back again to that battle. To that battle, here's my usual walk. I usually walk up the street, that street, come down here. So this is back to familiar territory. I kind of like that. I might do that tomorrow. I might keep going straight and not make that turn there. And what I'll do is I'll mark when I left and mark how far I can walk and then turn around and get back by the time I want to get back to. And then sometimes I'll even set an alarm or a timer. Tell me to turn around, time to go back. So you want to get back by 10:50 or 10:45, you know, you got to do that. So do it like that. Also, I was just thinking, I may have to get that downstairs bathroom going. I took the shower head. And I'm glad I did. I took the shower head that was down in the downstairs bathroom. My mother's house. I took it home. That's the one I use now. And it's glorious. Oh my God, it's glorious. But now that shower doesn't have, that shower isn't functional. It's got to get a new head for it. Because it might be beneficial to have 2 bathrooms because of the change in occupancy in my mother's house. And I like to have private stuff. I like to have separate stuff, separate. You know, people have their own tendencies and this and that, and I'm not putting them down. And nothing that or nothing. You know, it's not, you know, people have their ways. And they can have their ways. And I was just thinking about how me and my sister was talking. I told her, I said, I don't call nothing stupid or dumb. I said, I ain't called nothing stupid or dumb in 10 years. She was still having arguments with me based on stuff I said 10, 15 years ago. I was like, I don't even talk like that no more. Where you been? I know you. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, what's that? Over there, the walk experience is open? I saw a faux place was open. I don't get faux. It's like a soup. I gotta get into it. My boys was always trying to turn me on to Thai food and this and that and this and that. Remember a couple times I was hanging out in Hollywood or wherever. I think with Lamar and Kareem and them. He was trying to turn me on to Thai food. And I'm like, okay. Where's the meat? This ain't like what stringy noodles. I was thinking big, thick noodles with a creamy sauce. No, this is just like drinking. This is broth. This is like an expensive version of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. But, you know, I probably got to get a deeper experience, be more open-minded to it, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the post office. Here's Panda Express is closed. That McDonald's was booming, wasn't it? That McDonald's was booming. Anyway, I don't think I done talked enough. Even though it's nice to have, to be talking while I'm walking. To have like accompaniment, can I say that? To feel like there's somebody with me. You know, something like that. Can I say that? I guess I could definitely say it. Is it true? I don't know. But anyway, swinging on y'all 2 times. 2 times. To me, for the phone. And for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or in the universe that ever was, is, or will be, the totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.